Welcome, everyone, to Ticket to Life. I am your host, Henrie. I did not start this episode as I normally would have with music of Swing Rabbit Swing by Amari. I love that music, but I'm talking about something very serious today, and I didn't think I should start off with some fun music. Today I'm talking about domestic violence, spouse abuse, or stupidity. Now, when I say stupidity, I'm not talking about the person being abused. I am talking about myself. Now, this section is a little hard for me to talk about because I have never been in this type of situation. But I did find out not too long ago that a very dear and close friend of mine that I care for very much and love very much had been in an abusive relationship, and I didn't even know it. And people wonder, well, how did you not know that? Because when people are abused, they become great storytellers to defend their abuser because they are terrified. All the signs were there, but yet I thought, nah, she's telling me what happened. Like, hey, what happened to your eye? Oh, I poked my eye. I wasn't paying attention. I'm such a silly person. I'm talking and I was laughing and I poked my eye with my glasses with and I should have known that a busted blood vessel in your eye, that would have to be a really hard poke in the eye with the glasses. Then another time I call, hey, how's it going? Oh, I'm at the doctor's office. Oh, what's wrong? Oh, I busted my eardrum. You busted your eardrum? How? Well, I think I was cleaning my ears too forceful with a cotton swab. Oh my gosh. That's awful. How did you break your finger? Oh, I slammed it in the car door. Oh, where did you get that bruise on your arm? Oh, I bumped into the door. These are stories I was told, and I was blind. I how did I not see this? I literally didn't see it. I believed her because this is all she knew. But by the grace of God, she is no longer with that creep. Although, okay, I'll just say she's no longer with that asshole that put her through this living hell. And I know that there are even worse cases out there. But yet I just didn't understand, how could I be so blind to this? Why did I believe all these stories she told me? Who was the stupid one here? Me. Me. I welcomed this man into my house and even let him play with my kids when they were younger. And I didn't even see it. I didn't want to think something horrible could ever happen to someone that I cared so much for. But it does. And you may know someone in a situation like this, and you don't even know it. Sometimes this type of violence is referred to as intimate violence. And who the hell gave it that name? I have no idea. Because intimate to me does not go with violence. Intimate to me means loving and caring. And violence to me means forceful and hurtful. No, these two words do not go together. to make matters worse, you don't even have to be in a relationship or in a marriage for this type of violence to happen. You could just be dating someone. You could have a long-time friend, a new relationship with someone, or a former lover. And I don't even understand, and never will, how another human being can hurt another. Physical violence, sexual violence, stalking, psychological aggression, all sorts of forms of violence in your home, in a person's home. It's devastating to know, when you do research on it, how common this is. And the stories and numbers increase each and every day. The question I asked was, how does someone get into this type of relationship? And if they got in, why don't they get out? Would you believe that some people don't think they can leave such a relationship because they believe this is the way life is supposed to be? Abuse can be emotional to all of those involved. Verbal abuse, threats to kill you or another member of your family, keeping you away from friends and family. These are types of abuse. It's crazy. Key word there is crazy. We are very intelligent individuals. And just like I didn't see anything, perhaps we need to realize that, yes, this can happen to someone we are related to, a coworker, best friend. And it happens. It's happening right now. As I am talking right now, this is happening to someone getting abused right now, somewhere in the world. Some cases are reported and some are not. Why? I don't want someone hitting me, but why would I report it? Because they're fearful. They're so scared. This is definitely a factor to consider. The thought process of what if I report this and they find out, what's going to happen? What's going to happen to me? What's going to happen to my kids? What if they take him or her away? What would I do? They'll come back. They'll come back and hurt me even more for calling the police. I can't be alone with the kids. I can't be alone, period, or provide for them. So instead, some people learn to endure the pain in hopes that things will change. And as the old saying goes, you cannot teach an old asshole new tricks. I don't say dogs because I don't think I'm going to insult a dog by saying that. Okay, maybe you can change them for a little bit, but they will turn back into the asshole, the jerk, the creep, whatever you want to call them, that they are. Or perhaps there is some hope for those that cannot live without you and are willing to change. Therapy, that is what I would hope for. They seek therapy and hopefully they will love you enough and care enough and do this for you. Therapy does not make a person weak. Seeking help does not make a person weak. It makes them stronger to be a better person because they are trying to help themselves. Some of these people being abused depend on the other person for money, survival to live, shelter, food, and learn to accept abuse as a way of life. No, no, no. This is not the way for anyone to live. Remember that. We were not put on this earth to have bruises on our bodies, broken bones, broken noses, stab wounds, forced to have sex, or to be injured in any form or fashion. We were put here to make a difference. And we can, with help. Do not hesitate to find someone to talk to. Go to a church. You're embarrassed by it. You don't want to tell your family. If you can't talk to someone in your family, then you definitely need to find some help. There are places here in this country and that are just set up for you to help you. And please don't say, I don't have a job experience. I can't go to work. How am I going to survive? Places of business are willing to train you. And wouldn't you rather be flipping burgers instead of wondering if you're going to be abused tonight before you go to bed? Everyone is hiring. Right now, after the pandemic, people need people to work for them. Teach yourself something. Teach yourself to do something. Go to the library and read books. You know, the library is always my go-to place. Go take an online course regarding something that may interest you, that you could get paid for. Something you know you will be good at. Remember, you're never too old to start a new life or start a new career or just start a new life for yourself and your children if you have any. I know that this may sound easy to do, but it isn't. You have to make a choice of changing your life for you and your family. Get a restraining order. Change your identity. Start new. Think everything through. Have a plan. You need a plan. Otherwise, you will be back in that house if you pick up because you're mad and leave for an hour. It's going to happen again. They will hurt you again. How dare you leave me? Don't you ever do this again. And the cycle continues. Now remember, these are just my opinions. This is how I feel about this because I cannot believe it exists. And it does. And it has for years and years and years and years. But we can change things. Most importantly in this house, if there are children, never have your children become secondary to abusers. Never. Children were brought into this world by you and perhaps the abuser. Children's safety comes first. Oh, well, he only hurts them a little bit. And yes, there will be an episode about child abuse. I can't talk about that right now. It's about an adult being abused. You are there to protect those kids. Again, don't ever let that abuser come first. But he loves me and only hits them a little bit. No. You stand up. We brought them into this world, and it's our responsibility to give them love, care, and protection that they deserve. They are the innocent victims, just as you are. Don't let them be part of this world of abuse. It is our job to be there to protect them from seeing or being abused. They could follow in the abuser's footsteps. They could be the only life. This could be the only life that they have. And guess what? The cycle will continue. So take control of the situation. You deserve to be free of someone hurting you, someone yelling at you, someone forcing themselves upon you. Abuse just doesn't happen in low-income families. Like a lot of people believe that's the only people that are ever abused. That's a lie. It happens in middle class and upper class families. Don't be ashamed to ask for help. The most important thing that you can do is pray. Your answer will come when you least expect it, and seek God's help to clear your mind and guide you for a better tomorrow. But God can't do it all. He needs you to help him. If you suspect someone that might be in an abusive relationship, don't get involved, because then they will shut down and speak to you and probably stop talking to you, fear that you're going to report them. But as an individual, it is up to us. If we know for fact, we need to report it. It is, and you can do it anonymously. They're not going to say, "Oh yeah, Henry just called and she says that she's pretty sure you're being abused." No, they will not release your name if you tell them not to. Just let people know that you are there. If you ever need anything, just let me, I want you to know I'm here. They will know what you're talking about. Just the security of them knowing that someone cares enough to help out might make them strong enough to do the right thing. Help them find local shelters for them if you can't put them up, or have hotline numbers for them to call. I have numbers I'll be giving at the end of this episode, and they will be on the description of the episode also. We also, all those being abused, you deserve to be happy. We all deserve to be happy in our life. And yes, we can do anything we set our minds to. We are strong, and we deserve to be strong and be safe. And don't be stupid like I was. And keep your eyes open and never ignore these signs of those that you care about. Be aware that you could help someone get out of an abusive situation without them even knowing that you are helping them. Help is only a phone call away. Be strong and know that you are not meant to be abused. You are meant to be loved, and so are your children. No one deserves this. And please, please know that there are blessings coming your way. Now, here are the numbers I told you. It's the National Domestic Violence Hotline. It is 1-800-799-SAFE, S-A-F-E, or 1-800-799-7233. Teach your kids 911 so that they know how to dial that in case it ever comes to that. Also, there is a phone number for the it's for video for deaf callers, and that is 1-206-518-9361. Also, they do have the TTY typewriter for those with speech impairment or hard of hearing, and that number is 1-800-787-3224. Don't forget, I know, teach your kids 911. Hopefully they will never need to use that. And I will say prayers for those in abused relationships. I pray that you find your way out. I pray that you know there's someone in that same situation that you are in, and that you will find help. This is very sad episode that I thought was important to share. And also, I did have another friend reach out to me and ask if I would talk about this. So thank you for listening. And until next week, this is Henrie. God bless you.